spawning in the top left-hand corner of Death Aura, it is Trap.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand side, representing the Terran race as well as Team NV. It is your red, I guess I already said Terran player. It is Bunny.
Sushi in the chat. Yeah, you're right. Beyond did not qualify, but that does mean we get to see more of him tomorrow. We all like to see Beyond games, right, guys? Come on.
Oh yeah.
Well, Trap gonna do the classic Protoss thing on against Terrans. You know, wall deny Reapers from that from jumping, as the spiky area denies the other side.
Yeah, it's always interesting when they add little I don't know, I call them like doodads or something. They just add random stuff here. I do a fair bit of cannon rushing as well. I'm a pretty cheesy Protoss player. And they drop random stuff to not only block Reapers from jumping, but block buildings from going down.
I see.
Interesting to see what the Blizzard map makers do.
I have to say, I'm not so sure if I like acceleration zones as a concept. They're a bit weird.
I think it's really funny to watch Disruption Novas fly through them because they just go insanely fast.
I banned this map, so I've never seen them. I'm not about this.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Trap has thrown down his Cybercore along with his natural Nexus and the pylon in front of it. As he does take his second gas. Very, very standard gameplay, as Bunny also throws down his natural once the probe goes away.
Yeah, we see that Chrono Boosted Adept coming out. And it is going to be rallied straight across the map. The Reaper is coming over here, so it'll be interesting to see. Now, Trap isn't doing the kind of building placement that we saw in the last game, so he's not going to drop a shield battery in his mineral line. So he has to be a little bit more careful with this Adept. Although, actually, his probe confirms that the Reaper is still on the other side of the map, so he is should be safe if he wants to. Yeah, and we see that Adept immediately start going out. Kind of walked out and then turned around, and as soon as the probe died, he's like, all right, your Reaper's at home. I can make this because my second Adept will keep me safe.
Indeed. That Reaper actually was about halfway across the map when the probe forced it to come home.
Yeah. Be a little sneaky there.
Oh, he finishes the Shade actually, and is now going to start fighting into the Marine and the Reaper as the bunker is not yet finished. But now that it does, Adept is going to cancel the Shade. Knows it can't fight into that.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Yeah, the Adept took what, like 5 points of damage, right?
Yeah.
And with these two Adepts, he can be a little bit more annoying. Deny some of this mining here, if he wants. Ooh. And sure enough, there goes one. And he can actually fight these.
Oh my God!
These
Bunny actually just pulled
Marines.
his own SCV out. I mean, yeah, he just walled his own SCVs away.
Yeah, and I think
Oh,
okay. Nice repair on that.
Well, there we go.
I was gonna say nice repair on the Hellion there, but we do see the Hellion is going to fall. Now, one of these Adepts is going to die. The other one's still fighting strong here. Should be able to pick off these units, and I almost wish he would have dragged that mine shot into those Marines.
Yeah.
But of course, he's dealing with the Reaper at home, so can't quite be focusing on everything at once.
Yeah, Bunny actually saves his Reaper, and it actually gets to live another day, as opposed to Beyond, who had to make a second one.
Yeah. So it gets in there. It doesn't get any worker kills, but it does get a scout. It sees the Twilight Council. Actually, oh no, it doesn't. It didn't see the Twilight Council.
Nope.
I take that back. Checking the vision of Bunny. Currently doesn't see that, but he's got to assume that's what's happening here. I mean, it's this is a fairly standard Protoss opening. You get that robotics facility. I'm surprised we don't see any like an observer in production quite yet. And we do see chrono boosts, quite a few of them coming down on this blink here. So that actually kind of signals to me that we might be getting something slightly aggressive. Here are those mines that I predicted earlier. They are going to come in here. Oh, the medevac does go down. One
Stalker.
mine shot is going to kill a Stalker. Blink's done, right? So he doesn't want to show it. So he is going to be able to kill.
Oh,
he does show it at the end. And I mean, again, going blink first is definitely very standard. This is a little bit faster than normal, but nothing too crazy. I really like this decision. Now that we know, okay, cool, the medevac died, the mines are all dead. Uh, Trap is going to be a little bit more aggressive. Get some map control here with these stalkers and throw down that beautiful robotics bay.
The one stalker got left behind.
Oh.
Aww. Well, he's gonna go into the natural of Bunny, kills an SCV, and gets to go home.
That's actually so sad because 4 stalkers is the magic number to like one-shot things. So like the 3, it's just like, oh god.
Unfortunate.
It's just like painful.
Oh, the stalker at home actually blinks and hits the unbuildable plates. Okay.
Oh.
Big sad. Oh, Reaper finally goes down to the second stalker that got warped in. As now a Trap gonna try to make something happen in the main base, but yep, they're gonna blink on top. They might actually pick the siege tank here, but no, they are forced away. As almost all this, I think all the stalkers are gonna go down here. I mean, he blinks away. Okay, he gets out with one.
Saves one. The observer also does fall, but again, I mean, Bunny still hasn't confirmed that robotics bay. I think it's safe to assume that's what's coming down, right?
Yeah. He hasn't seen anything in the main, actually, except for the Cybercore warping in and a pylon in the gateway.
I'm actually kind of worried for Trap right now. This is a little bit of a scary push coming across. If this Raven gets the disruption off on the Colossus, it actually should have enough energy by the time it gets there to do 2. Oh, maybe not. We'll see. If he waits a few moments, he'll be able to disrupt both of those colossi. And if that's the case, then this army is just gonna be able to run on top of these stalkers as well as the rest of the bio, and it's gonna be pretty bad here for Trap. He does have a few sentries. He does have these shield batteries. So if he force fields here, he should be able to buy some time.
Interference Matrix 1 does drop on one of the Colossi. The Raven almost falls, and it does have enough energy for a second one right now. And the Protoss army is just getting absolutely destroyed by these siege tank shells. It's only 1, I think. No, it's 2. But, I mean, the Bio army is getting pretty much cleaned up at this point. So I think Trap holds this. Yeah.
The stalkers barely warping in from Ire in time before their portal is closed. Little bit of that one stalker, or that one zealot was zealot. That one zealot was not hold positioned and will die to the siege tank.
Indeed, he will. Oh well.
Now, I like
Bunny gonna go forward onto the third base here. 2 Colossi and some zealots still remaining there. More warpins of stalkers as Trap seems to be wanting to set up a flank. There is an immortal out right now. Blink on top of the 2 marauders. The 3 siege tanks still there. 2 go down now. Third one also goes down. If he can get on this final siege tank, he's going to be in a much better position. But another interference matrix dropped as the second Colossus falls. There's only 1 left, and probes are pulled to help fight this. It's just marauders against stalkers and probes, and this Colossus almost falling. Battery overcharge is going to end, and this final Colossus does go down.
Yeah, the chargelots are gonna clean up the siege tanks, and another Colossus will be popping out with these stalkers and zealots. So, I mean,
Bunny actually going for he's also gonna get infantry armor 1 right now, so that'll even make everything more beefy. I mean, the Colossi gonna definitely help. Nice force field splitting up the army a little bit. Colossi taking some hits from the concussive shell marauders right now, as more siege tanks are coming across the map. There are 2 medevacs up here, not really doing much, as there's nothing really to heal. They have no energy. They do fall, and that marauder does fall. Nice blink from the stalkers onto one of the siege tanks. 1 siege tank does fall. 2 marauders take out that final Colossus from Trap, as another one's about 3/4 of the way done. And well, Bunny's keeping the aggression on his Trap. Has fallen below 70 supply. Just as I say that, though, he keeps warping in, trying desperately to hold on in this first game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a constant stream of units from both sides. The nut hasn't quite been cracked, but as soon as one tank goes down, some more mines and bio show up. We don't quite have enough. Actually, we could see. Oh, it gets depowered. I was gonna say we could see a shield battery overcharge here, but not on a depowered shield battery. The Colossus is trying to fight here. Oh, mine is gonna try to pop all of those port probes. Isn't gonna be able to do it though. The Marauders do get on top of that Colossus. They pick it off, and I think this base is going to fall.
Yeah,
as it does, Trap taps out, and Bunny takes game number 1.
Yeah, great push there from Bunny. We definitely saw a few of the differences in how the Protoss players look at how to play TVP in that game.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think it was a good game. Trap almost held that, and I think if he does hold and he manages to keep that third base up,
He's definitely
um,
ahead at that point,
yeah,
or
yeah.
at
So
least still in it.
yeah, yeah. Now it's not like he can run across the map and do some sort of counter damage. I think you just continue macroing, continue making a bigger death ball, maybe try to position to take your fourth, that kind of thing. But alas, that wasn't the game we watched. Speaking
It
of
was
game that
not.
we watched, we should be getting into a second game here shortly.
Yeah, will Bunny pull somewhat of an upset as he's the lower seed and 2-0 Trap, or will Trap fight back and either qualify out or tie it up and force game and reverse sweep him? Well, here we go. Time to get our questions answered.
Mm-hmm. Just catching up on chat here. Looks like Sushi is talking about
Protoss maps.
Protoss positioning. Yeah. Yep, yep.
Yes. Go. Oh, we're just going. I tried to fork it in one base and failed horribly. Man, that sounds like something I'd do.
Yeah, it's we're not in 2013 anymore, unfortunately.
Could you imagine?
the,
The heyday.
the heyday of the 4-gate has passed. You don't have those sweet high ground fast warp in pylons.
No, we do not. Now there's a requirement for them.
All right, but what we do have is two amazing players, and we have some fun new maps.
Yes.
I remember when I saw the thumbnail for Romanticide, I was like, "Oh my god, this map is going to be ungodly purple."
I love it.
It's still purple or fuchsia or pink, whatever you want to call it, but it's not as in your face as I thought it was going to be.
Indeed, it is not, but it is my favorite.
Yeah.
Spotting in the top left-hand corner of a Romanticide. He is the blue Protoss, down one game. He is Trap.
Of course, in the bottom right-hand side, representing Team Envy, it is your red Terran player. It is Bunny.
Bunny picking up game one with that, just continuous reinforced push on Trap's third base, picking, I think, 4 Colossi that went down there.
Yeah, for sure. Now we do see Trap going for this kind of low ground base, and I think this is I think this is kind of map dependent, right? We were talking about how we saw stats do this, I think, on a couple of maps, and it was when that choke was a little bit smaller, you can kind of get that 3 building and a stalker wall. I think this is the key tell, like, okay, this is something we can try on this map. Choke is small enough.
Indeed, Romanticide's one of those, interesting wall maps on the bottom, at least. That light shade.
Yeah, light shade is definitely it's a little bit bigger. Probe is going to make its way in here, get some scouting done. Meanwhile, back at home, Trap will be dropping that cybernetics core and then the Nexus, then another pylon and a gate.
Both players, not wanting to risk anything.
Yeah, they're not rocking the boat. Like, I'm confident in my ability to macro here.
Sushi's in the chat. Oh my god, he wants everyone to proxy.
Oh yeah, try the one base void ray proxy shield battery. So here's the real trick. Everybody's doing that nowadays, Sushi, which is a shame because I started doing it back before they did the void ray buff, and then like there were a couple weeks where it was just beautiful and golden because it's like, oh, I've already been doing this build, and now it's even better. But now Terrans are getting wise, so you gotta mix it up. You gotta do like a proxy robo.
Yeah, you
really debate them.
Just throw a wrench to their plans.
Yeah. Oh, you built turrets because you tried to metagame that. Lol.
Metagame? Oh no, man. You just gotta just here we go. You think it was a proxy Stargate? Nah, man. It's proxy 4-gate. Here we go.
Yeah.
Bunny's Reaper did pick up a probe. That poor probe just wandering around.
Yeah, we do see Twilight coming down here for Trap. We should see a robo at some point in the near future as well.
Oh, the Reaper does make it in to the bunker just in time as it
Ooh.
almost goes down. Stalker's now coming out. Okay, so instead of Stats doing the double Adept against Beyond, Trap is going for a Adept Stalker, which you said it's more.
Yeah,
more
that's
standard.
I think going. It's more standard. It looks like he actually did make a second Adept and send it across, and now he's going to try to pick off a couple of these workers here. But of course, you need 3 Adepts to one-shot Marines and workers, so a little bit hard to get too much done here. This Adept should be able to make it out. Yeah, it does go out. But yeah, we see that Robo coming down and the Blink as well. So fairly standard. Yeah, so it's interesting. I've been seeing more and more players like making that second Adept, and I think it was even Geralt. Recently, I was casting a map with Exile and Geralt, and he actually went up to 3 Adepts just because it was like, like I've seen Korean players making 2. I'm going to make 3, and then I'm going to be able to one-shot workers at the beginning. So certainly some variety out there.
He definitely is one of my favorite Protosses. Stalker's going to come answer this Reaper, and well, Reaper's going home. As Trap's Adept is also running home, taking a bruising. Well, 3 Widow Mines have loaded into this medevac for Bunny, and it is now boosting across. It's going to go drop in the natural on the path it's on. Could also drop in the main. But going to boost again.
I'm looking at this, and I wonder if it's the Adepts that made this a little wonky. I feel like this is hitting a little bit late here. These 3 mines coming in around the 5-minute mark. Normally you see it a little closer to 4:30. But it actually seems like that's going to be perfect timing here because these stalkers are like, all right, cool. You weren't here at 4:30, so now I can go across the map. And this this anti-timing might be able to get some.
Well,
okay,
2 probes. No.
Okay. No,
God, that was almost disastrous.
Yeah. We should have known better than to
doubt the gods.
Doubt Trap. Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, Stalker's blinking into the main base. There's a Warp Prism to help reinforce. This blink is done, and there's a siege tank here. Stalkers immediately go back into the Warp Prism and just head on home. Meanwhile, Medevac is still sitting here.
Yep.
Not in range.
I think it is.
It's barely out of range.
Just barely.
Oh man, don't you love maps with dead airspace?
Oh.
Well, it's better than submarine in that mountain.
Ooh, yeah. All right, so it looks like these Stalkers are going to be able to blink in here. 1 mine does make it out, and it looks like it will be able to pick off 2 of those workers that were in the gas geyser.
Indeed.
Meanwhile, Stalkers are going to try to blink in here. They're going to pick off an SCV and then have to get out.
Yeah, 7 probes have actually gone down for us so far this game for Trap.
Wow, that's quite a few, actually.
Yeah, 2 SCVs to 7 probes, 2 Adepts too, one of the beginning ones. It's just a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, because of Chrono Boost, Trap still is, of course, ahead in the worker supply. But as the game goes on, Bunny's starting to kind of catch up here, and with mules, that does mean that Bunny is going to start pulling ahead economically.
Indeed it does. Well, the drop is heading out for Bunny as Trap is going to walk in with 10 Stalkers here. The Warp Prism left, so there's no high ground vision. Oh no, there is an observer here. Yep, I just saw that.
Yeah, we do have an observer. There's a tank on the high ground. And I'm a little bit afraid. I feel like these Stalkers are going to need to get recalled. Okay, the probe has spotted those.
Yep.
Technically, did Trap see it? All right, well, Trap did blink in. He's going to pick off this tank, and the bio on the low ground's coming in. But meanwhile, we do have all of those units dropping out of those 2 medevacs. They're going to start going to town on the worker line here, and then start trying to kill key production structures. They're going to try to run on top of this Colossi. They are going to get picked up and have to fly away as the shield battery overcharge is going to be able to support that Colossus. Do have the units trying to pick off a couple of stray zealots, maybe a pylon here or there.
Trap doing some Warp Prism micro to try to hold on to this though.
Yeah, I really like that, but we see a scary stream of red coming across the map here. Now, the medevacs do have to be careful that they don't get caught out by these blink stalkers. Thermal Lance is about to finish, and we are about to get a second Colossus on the map here.
I think that may be enough to hold him in on this third base, but as we saw, this is looking pretty similar to the push we saw last game.
Yeah, and we have a few. We've got what, 8 gateways, 6 gateways here. A bunch of zealots getting warped in would certainly help. This is a tricky position to fight into. I think. Oh, nice warp prism micro there. Gonna save a couple of key units here. Got to make sure that he doesn't lose this Colossus.
Oh my god.
Again.
Trap saving it every time.
Yeah, the other Colossus does fall here, and because that shield battery overcharge was used earlier, we don't have it off cooldown quite yet. I almost feel like Trap should have let the Nexus take a few more shots and got 1, maybe 2 more warp-ins of charge lots before trying to push that engagement. But then again, I mean, more units are streaming across the map, so perhaps he felt he needed to try to shut it down before it got too bad, before more tanks showed up.
Funny.
Unfortunately,
takes it.